Hey guys, so today, as I was scrolling through my Facebook stuff, as I usually do, I saw a thing, and I thought I'd read it to you guys. Now, if you're if you get emotional, if you're a very emotional person, and you don't want to be sad, then I don't recommend listening to this. But whether it's true or not, that's not a concern to me. But it's a very motivational story. Okay. After 21 years of marriage, my wife wanted me to take another woman out to dinner and a movie. She said, "I love you, but I know this other woman loves you and would love to spend some time with you." The other woman that my wife wanted me to visit was my mother, who had been a widow for 19 years. But the demand of my work and 3 children had made it impossible to, or possible to only visit her on occasions. That night, I called to invite her to go out for a dinner and movie. "What's wrong? Are you well?" she asked. "I thought that it would be pleasant to spend some time with you," I responded. "Just the two of us." She thought about it for a moment and then said, "I would like that very much." That Friday after work, as I drove over to pick her up, I was a bit nervous. She had curled her hair and was wearing the dress that she had worn to celebrate her last wedding anniversary. She smiled from a face that was radiant as an angel's. I told my friends that I was going to go out with my son, and they were impressed, she said. As she got into the car, "They can't wait to hear about our meeting." We went to a restaurant that, although not elegant, was very nice and cozy. My mother took my arm as if she were the first lady. After we sat down, I had to read the menu. Her eyes could only read large print. Halfway through the entries, I lifted my eyes and saw my mum sitting there staring at me, a nostalgic smile on her lips. "It was I who used to have to read the menu when you were small," she said. "Then it's time that you relax and let me return the favor," I responded. During the dinner, we had an agreeable conversation, nothing extraordinary, but catching up on recent events of each other's life. We talked so much that we missed the movie. As we arrived at her house later, she said, "I'll go out with you again, but only if you let me invite you." I agreed. "How was your dinner date?" I asked my wife, or how was your dinner date when I How was your dinner date? Asked my wife when I got home. "Very nice. Much more than I could have imagined," I answered. A few days later, my mum died of a massive heart attack. It happened so suddenly that I didn't have a chance to do anything for her. Sometime later, I received an envelope with a copy of a restaurant receipt from the same place where my mother and I had dined, and attached the note said, "I paid this bill in advance. I wasn't sure that I could be there, but nevertheless I paid for 2 plates. One for you and the other for your wife. You will never know what that night meant to me. I love you, son." Now, that's a that's a that's a pretty emotional poem. Well, not poem, I guess story. I don't know what to say. Well, I can say my dad is in a pretty much stage like that right now. I'm not, but one day I will be, and yeah. Anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow.